scared at all? Like, what you think was the difference between last time that you tried to do this when I was talking to you to now? What was the big difference for you? Why does it say Joshua Osborne yet, you know, they're on Hal's account tonight? Well, so let me tell you the difference between winners and losers. Winners take action. Just like these three you see sitting here right now, they're winners because they took massive imperfect action. And let me tell you what happened 25 minutes until live time. I get on there, I jump onto Facebook, and I see this huge message across my Facebook that my account has been shut down. I am locked out and I am a hacker. And so there is nothing I can do. There's no way through it. There's nothing. And so me and Hal, being the winners that we are, we take massive action. We hook up my Zoom to his account, figure out how to make all this shit happen. And we made it happen a few minutes early. That's why you see us here, guys, is we were like, oh shit, we're bosses. We can go live for a few more minutes. Why not, right? And so the same way that we took action on that, these three sitting right here, Anthony, Galilea, Marcy, you guys deserve to be sitting here. You guys deserve to be here because of the action that you took. It's a blessing to have you in this group. I'm so proud of you guys, and I'm sure the family is proud of you as well. So I want to go through each and every one of them. Marcy, guys, is the number one. So Marcy took massive action. She actually, as you guys know, it was only supposed to be 10 screencasts per day, 10-day challenge, 100 screencasts. Marcy, who's sitting right there in front of you, went ahead and pulled off 236 screencasts in 10 days, right? Like straight crazy. So Marcy, tell us a little bit about that process. First, tell us what you were thinking about, you know, when you jumped into this challenge. What went through your mind? What were you going through? What do you think of it?
Well, first of all, it was 207.
Oh. Okay. Bam Helper must have got her math wrong.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Well, I was just glad because I like challenges. I like competition, right? So it was perfect timing. I needed something to make me do what I knew I could do, but I was just chicken up until this point, right? I got some serious, deep-rooted, have to do it right. Like have to do it perfect or don't do it at all, right? So
yeah,
this gave me the opportunity to just do it.
So it gave you the opportunity. Were you scared at all? Because I know me and you have worked in the past. I've taught you the system. I've actually done some one-on-ones with you, like, hey, follow the system, even before we had the 6 steps, before we had any of that. And you did a couple, you brought a girl on with you, but you were kind of like, you just weren't focused on it, right? And then this challenge comes up and I see you come in here and fuck, you're just swinging those hands. You're like ready to knock everybody out, right? And so I think that's really cool. But were you scared at all? Like, what you think was the difference between last time that you tried to do this when I was talking to you to now? What was the big difference for you?
I just was getting sick and tired of doing nothing, right? Like I'm watching everybody else do shit and going like, why aren't you doing it? Like, you know, it was the imperfect action, really, like getting over myself was the biggest thing. Like just get over yourself, do what everybody else is doing, like do something, right?
Yeah. How did you do that? How did what was the process of that? Because I know it wasn't easy, right? Because we all have this uncomfortable feeling sometimes that hold us back, but you were able to overcome that this time around. So how did you really pull that off?
It's just making your friggin' mind up, really. It was really making me, I mean, in the second day when I put that Facebook post out and there was 90 friggin' responses, that's where I went, okay, like I can do this. Cause I don't ever want to do it half-assed. Like it's all or nothing, right? And so when they came in, I thought, well, we need to do 100. So I want 200. Like, it's just the way I am, all or nothing. So
I like that mindset too. Is like you came in here and you're going, okay, Josh wants 100. I'm doing 200, so nobody can beat me.
Yeah, exactly.
You came in with that winning mentality of like, okay, I got to do double everything he's saying right now.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So Marcy, was it just a fact, like it was like, because you had all this time, you could have did this on your own, you could have did this anytime, you've watched lives before. Was it just like something that like flicked in your head when we said it's a challenge and game on, and you had a specific goal in mind and you had a specific time period to hit that goal?
100%. And I wanted sales accelerator. Like I wanted it.
Right. And this really just, this is stuff that you got, we told you a long time before, whether it's sales accelerator, operation greaser, whatever it is, like you guys have all the tools and everything else to do it, right? So it's just a matter of making that up in your mind. But it's setting goals and setting what we call SMART goals. SMART is an acronym: specific, measurable, attainable, reasonable, and time bound, right? And that's what we did. So if you look at that, the definition of what a SMART goal is, we gave you everything in there. 10 days, 10 screencasts a day, 100 screencasts, right? So let's take a look. Was it specific? Yep, 100 screencasts in 10 days, right? So if you walk down, was it reasonable? Yeah, absolutely. People have done it. Was it attainable? Absolutely. People have done it. Measurable, right? Like, yeah, you can measure this. Anytime you put the math in it, you can measure this stuff. And we have a timetable to this thing, right? So it has all the ingredients to be a SMART goal. And these are things that you guys can be setting for yourselves as well on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, or on a daily basis, just focusing on hitting that one goal.
That's right. So what did you really take from this? Obviously you've created some new habits. You've got out of your own way. You've got lines in the water. You shot screencasts, and you're feeling good about it, right? I can tell you're feeling good about it. If you didn't feel good, you probably would have never finished. But so what did you really take from this? Is this something that you're going to continue to do day after day now and really, really knock dead?
No kidding. Like that's it. I mean, it's amazing that can happen in 10 days. Cause I'm not kidding. Like on the weekend that happened in the midst of this, that weekend I shot 97 of those 207 on the freaking days. Right. So, inside yourself, you're like, okay, well, like I'm working hard here. I deserve, like, when the Friday comes, I'm just not going to I'm going to be able to have a day off on the Friday. Right. I've earned it. Well, I'm sitting here Friday morning, like, no, I got to do it. Like, I feel guilty to not do it. I literally was feeling guilty. There's no way I couldn't have done. Well, I did 14. And that's the thing. Like, you used to think 10 was such a big deal. Now it's nothing really. In 10 days, you can accomplish that.
Yeah. And you guys, I know you guys understand this, but this is the beginning, right? This is like steps 1 and 2. Get the yes, shoot the screencast, right? And so, and I'm sure just those 2 steps, you're not even going to follow up. You're not doing any of that extra stuff yet. But are you already getting responses from business owners? What kind of responses are you seeing?
Well, they just reach back out. Hey, get a hold of me, or yeah, I'm interested, right? So it's nice. And then to know that you can, once I get brave enough to do the follow-up, I mean, that was the other thing. I was really hung up on the concept of following up. So that's why I knew I needed the sales accelerator, right? And I'd do whatever it took.
Yeah, absolutely. So you love the fact when a business owner raises their hand and says, hey, Marcy, I really liked what you shot me here. Can you help me out? And so that's I remember the first time I got a business owner do that, I was like, is this for real? Did I just make this shit up? Like, what the fuck just happened right here? I remember I was onto something. It was like a light bulb moment. I was like, really? I think it was like the 4th screencast we shot, but it took it took almost 3 weeks for me. It took about 3 weeks. Obviously, I was creating the system. I wasn't as good as you guys are. You guys are following a system. I was creating it. So I was butchering my shit, but it took like 3 weeks. And finally, this guy reached back out and he's like, hey, Josh, really love that video. Very informational. Can you help me out? And I was like all over myself. It was like light bulb moment. I'm like, oh shit, I think I got this down now. And it was just like building. But how is that feeling for you? Is that like a feeling of joy? Like,
well, totally. And then there's even been a couple where I've already started on the cold call. Like, it was just, it's timing, right? And that's where you realize, like, if you don't pick up that phone, it's not going to happen.